Hello everyone and welcome to this Bókun community webinar, How to Increase Your Revenue in 2025. So I'm just going to let more people come online and get more comfy, but thank you so much for joining our webinar today. While we wait for people to come online, I am going to ask a question to the audience. So using the questions tab, you should have access to reply. I would love to know what you are most excited about for this week. So for me, I'm moving house this week. So this weekend I will be redecorating. So I'm excited to make this space more homely and maybe switch the vibe up as we transition into spring. So I'm excited for that. Debs, is there anything that you're looking forward to?
Not really. I don't have planned anything, to be fair. Thank you for this question. No, I don't have planned anything. Maybe the weekend I will do something special, going out with friends, but nothing really special this week.
Yeah, I guess it is still Tuesday, so you still have a few days to make weekend plans. But it's great to see so many people joining us. So we are 2 past the hour, so we should just get started, I think. So thank you for joining us again for those that have just popped online. We are your webinar team. I am Vanessa. I'm the customer and community marketer here at Bókun. So I look after things like the community webinar, which you're watching, and our community newsletter. We also have a bunch of cool and exciting community initiatives in the pipeline. So I'll be excited to share more about that as we move forward in this year. I'm joined by two of my lovely co-presenters. We have Debs and Zoran, who are both product sales executives here at Bókun, and they are supporting you on your Bókun journey today and will be sharing a lot of information about all things pricing. We are also joined by the lovely Gus from our support team who will be answering any questions live in the chat. So if you have any questions along the way, feel free to pop that in there and he'll do his best to answer. And if we have time at the end, there will be a live Q&A with the team. So at any point during the webinar, pop your questions in there. If you have any requests for future webinars, please pop a topic in there and I'll do my best to cover that in the future as well. So jumping ahead just to give you a glance at our agenda. If you are new to Bókun and maybe don't know the full extent of what we do, we are a reservation platform designed to help you save time and get more bookings through a wide range of our tools, some of which we will cover today. So we are doing everything about pricing. So we will go through crafting a strategy, our pricing tools and best practices, as well as our tools and features that enhance your pricing. So kicking things off with crafting a strategy. So you might not have a pricing strategy in place already. Maybe it's something that you're considering or it's something that you've thought about. It doesn't have to be this huge plan that you've locked in on the 1st of January. It can be always evolving. So what we'll do is throughout the webinar, I kind of want you to think about what Debs and Zoran will share and think about how you can incorporate that into crafting your own pricing strategy. So a few tips for crafting that is reflecting on your past performance and analyzing where you have highs and lows. And then looking at what you can do using our pricing tools to maximize revenue during those periods. And we always say to people, it's a top tip of ours is to align your pricing with the event calendar around your area. So for example, in Italy, it is the Jubilee year this year. So they are expecting a 35 million additional visitors to be visiting Italy this year. So prices will be higher and choices might be fewer for travelers just because there are so many more people around. So looking at your calendar around you and kind of matching that to your experiences that you have for your calendar. Another popular event is the total solar eclipse in Iceland, which is actually happening in 2026, but we've already seen people adjusting their pricing to align with this event, even though the event is more than a year and a half away. So leaning on the above, consider flexibility and seasonality when crafting your pricing strategy. And you might also want to look at competitor pricing to see how you fit in the market and if they're doing anything different to match the events that are happening around you. So as I said, while we go through the webinar and Debs and Zoran share tools, think about how you could incorporate that into your pricing strategy for the year. So I'm going to pass over to Debs, who will take you through our suite of pricing tools and the best practices for setup and success. So over
Thank
to
you.
you, Debs.
Thank you, Vanessa. Let me share my screen. Perfect. Can you see the screen right now?
Yes, we can.
Thank you, Vanessa. So today I'm going to cover the basics on how you can set up and manage your pricing, and then I am going to focus my attention today in pricing schedule. In this case are the basic price list for your products and services is what you set as your regular prices, but also you can also customize based on your seasonality and demands. We will also check the price modulators. In this case, you can adjust, and in this case are adjustments that you can make to the regular pricing. And we have two types of that: the discount price modulator and also the booking notice price modulators that we will that I will show you in the demo in a moment. And in the last, we have the price catalogues. In this case, it's different pricing depending on where you are selling your products. For example, you want that your resellers in the marketplace, they will sell your products on a different price than in your website. You can do it with the price catalogs. I will demo all this, the pricing on my test account. I will start with the price schedule. In order to do so, you can go in your account, and you have the search bar here, and instead and remember every single feature and the where is located into your extranet, you can just type. For example, if you type a price schedule, the system will bring you directly in the price schedule section. In this case, you will need the first thing to do to create a schedule rule. It's go in here and create it. In this case, I have created 3 on my account. One for the weekends, because I want to increase the price during the weekend. And for example, the summer it's my busiest time in the year, so I want to increase the price in summer. So I create a schedule rule for summer. And in winter, that it's my low season, I want, for example, to customize the pricing and decrease the price. And in this case, I created a winter sales pricing. In order to do so, you just need to this button that you can edit the schedule, and you can I will edit mine. You can give a title, and you select the months where this is going to apply, and also the weekends. As I created in the weekends, I have added the months, and in this case, I selected Saturday and Sunday. For the summer, in this case, I gave the summer price in 2025, and then I added June, August, and July. And the same for winter. In this case, my winter price are October, November, and December. The next step that you need to do it is going into the experience himself. I will take for as test my 9/11 tour in New York. I will go into the pricing, and you can see in the pricing, normally I have a default price schedule that the adults of my tour, they are paying 200 and the kids 100. But as I added the price schedule in my account, you can see that I automatically are added to the product also the price schedule that I created. So weekend rate increase, summer and winter. But the next step that you have to do it is define this price schedule. So I have the adults 200, but during the weekend I want to add it, for example, 100 extra. So they are gonna pay 300 during the weekend. And in summer, that is my busiest time, I added the price at 400, and in winter I lowered at 100. Now, if we go in the widget preview, we can see that normally, for example, in March, there is the default price during the weekday as 200, as is the default one. But in the weekend, I want to increase as 300. As you can see, in the weekend, we have a customize and increase the price. In summer, that for example, we have June, July, and August, the price is increased at 400. And during the winter time, November, it's going to, I set it up as 100 because it's my low season. You can use it, so you can use the price schedule to create a schedule of different rules based on the seasonality and the demand of your products. The next one that the next type of price that we have in Bókun is the price modulator. Remember always to use the search bar that is make your life easier. In this case, I will look for price modulator. In this case are adjustments that you can make to the regular price. And we have two types of price modulator. The discount price modulator, in this case, you can give a discount or increase the price for a certain date or a range of time. And the other one is the booking notice price modulators. In this case, you can lower or increase the price depending on far in advance the customer is booking the tour. I have created two examples. For example, I want to increase the price the 25 of December 2025, and then I want to offer a discount the last 7 days before the departure. You can go here in the right and top and add it the price modulator. You choose that one, and then I'm going to show you how I create the 25 of December. So in this case, you give the title. You can decide to increase or decrease based on a percentage or an amount. In this case, I choose an amount. In this case, in the 25 of December, I decided to increase the price of 2,000. If you want to decrease the price, you just need to add a minus in front at the amount of the percentage that you choose. Then you added the time interval. In this case, I had only 1 day, but you could have choose also 1 week. And then you need to select the activity where this price modulator is going to appear. The other one is the booking notice price modulator that I have created. In this case, I want to offer, for example, the last 7 days before the departure, I want to offer a 10% discount because my strategy is that, for example, I didn't fill it up still the seats. So I want to offer a 10% discount in this case. And then also I want to promote as applied discount. So the last 7 days, I give the 7 days notice. And then if you scroll down, you still needed to add it to that particular experience that you choose. In this case, is 9/11 Tour of New York. Now, if we go again in our experience, so 9/11, and we go in the widget preview, we can see that we can start with the booking notice price modulator. Do you remember the last 7 days we offer a discount of 10%? The normal price would have been 200, but you can see here that the last 7 days, the color is green, and in this case we have the last 7 days that the price has been decreased of 10%. But if you remember in my example, the 25 of December, we decided to increase it. Oh, sorry, we are 2026. We have to go in December 2020. 5, we can see that the 25, the price is 2,100 because we increased that one of 2,000. This one was the part regarding the price modulator that you can adjust. These are adjustments that you can make to the regular price. The next one is the next pricing that we take in consideration in this webinar is the price catalog. Still, you can find it, and in this case, I created two price catalogs. In this case, you can create a price catalog to be able to differentiate price based on where you are selling their products. For example, as you know, in the marketplace, we have a supplier and reseller. Let's see. In this case, I am a supplier, and then I'm looking for a reseller. They resell in their channels my experience. In my example, we know that I'm selling my experience as 200, but I want that Vanessa, that it's one of my reseller, is going to sell in her website my products, my product, in this case, the 911 at 300. In this case, what I need to do, I need to create a price catalog, for example, for Vanessa. We can create it right now, Vanessa seller. And then I submit. Then I need to go into the experience himself, 911, in the advanced section, advanced pricing, and add Vanessa and add the price catalog of Vanessa in that particular experience and save. As soon as you did it, you can see that the pricing, in the pricing there is a warning. The warning is because we have a missing price. The missing price is the price catalog of Vanessa. So you can see that the default one that we have is 200, but I want that the Vanessa is going to resell in his website at 300, for example, and the kids at 150 because I want to make more I wanted obviously I want to be more competitive than Vanessa. Once that you did it, so you will need to go in the marketplace, for example, create a contract term for Vanessa, that is one of my resellers, and then add the price catalog of Vanessa, and then add and send to her the included obviously my 9/11 tour of New York and send it to her. These were the three big kinds of price that we have in Bókun. There is another tip that I wanted to give you on pricing in general, and you can also customize the pricing based you can customize also the pricing based on the start time, because for example in your experience in the afternoon it's easier that you sell all the ticket, all the seats of your experience, but for example in the morning it's not that easy and you're struggling fill it all the seats. So in this case, I created, for example, 4 start time in my Dracula Castle tour, and I have a 2 start time in the morning at 8 and 10, and 2 in the afternoon, 4 and 6. So I also had to create two different rates, one rate for the morning and one rate for in the afternoon. So in this case, I added for the morning tour rates only the start time in the morning, so 8 and 10. And in the afternoon tour, I linked only the start time in the afternoon. Then what I did it, I needed to define the price on the morning tour and in the afternoon tour. So in the morning tour, I decided to sell it the experience at 80 and in the afternoon at 100. Here is the widget that you can understand better how I mean. So for example, if I go the 6th of February, if they choose 8 and 10, the morning tour is going to be 80. But for example, if I go in the night 16 and 18, the price is going to increase. Could be a nice strategy that you can use it based on the on your products and the demand that you have of the product based on the daily based. Perfect. I think that from me it's all, and I think that I will pass the control to Zoran.
Thanks, Deborah. Let me share my screen. Great. So I'll be covering some different features that Bókun has to offer that can help enhance your pricing goals. These features, they exist to complement our different pricing tools and sales channels and work to help boost and optimize your revenue. These features include offers, gift cards, upsells, and reports. So if you're in a situation right now where you've set up our widgets, you've set up the marketplace, you've set up online travel agencies, Google Things to Do, and you're thinking that you've kind of completed Bókun, you've hit your maximum booking goal, I promise you that if you utilize just one or two of these features, you are going to see incremental increases over your calendar year that are really going to make a big difference in terms of your competitive advantage. And what's great about all these features, and you'll see it in a second, is they're really easy to turn on. It's often a case of just finding the feature and just toggling it on. Just takes a few minutes out of your day, and you're really going to hopefully see a big difference in your sales throughout the year. So I'll just go to my test account. So first of all, we'll begin with offers. So offers is a tool for bundling two or more experiences together. This can be used to either provide a discount when multiple products are booked at the same time, or alternatively, to promote multiple experiences that complement each other that are bookable at the same time without a discount. This allows you as an operator to easily encourage multiple bookings and to increase your average order value. Now, to find offers within Bókun, you can just search offers and you can go straight to the page. Alternatively, you can just go to the settings tab, go down to product extensions, and then go to offers. What you need to then do is click add to begin creating your offer. Now, as I mentioned, you can have two or more experiences, so there's no limit. I would probably recommend it could be a good idea to pool experiences that make sense working together as an upsell opportunity. So, for example, from this test account, Bókun Museum, walking tour, they complement each other quite nicely. You can do the walking tour and then the museum is waiting for you at the end. You can add a discount. You do not have to add a discount. So if you want to try just seeing if you can increase sales in a particular product without any downside, you can go for no discount, or you can add one if you like. You can then add a title. Once you've created this and before you set it up, you can edit it at any time and you can just pause it. So you don't have to delete it and recreate it every single time. If you want to run it just during a set period of time, that's fine. You can pause it at any time. And if you do add a discount, you can also apply that discount to any extras, to pick up and drop off if one of the tours is a pick up and drop off or transfer tour. So that's another nice advantage as well. Now, if we look at this first one that was created previously, Bókun Museum, in terms of how that actually looks on a widget, what you would need to do, this is just from the example of a potential customer, for example. If they're looking at your tour on their website, so they're previewing your widget, they choose a date and time, you will see that the bundle and save option comes up. So it comes up with the offer. So the offer was Bókun Museum plus walking tour. So you can see the walking tour down there. You can see that this one includes a 20% discount. So you can click here and then the customer will be able to book that in the next step. So you can see it's really quick and easy to set this feature up. It's pretty much completely passive and it can be really advantageous, especially if you have a specific tour that maybe isn't selling as well. You can bundle it with one of your more popular options that complements it well, and it can be a really good way to passively improve your bookings. Moving on now to gift cards. So gift cards are a great way for you to give friends and family a chance to experience your tours and activities. So you can create gift cards in Bókun and you can sell them directly on your website in the form of widgets. So gift cards can then be used by your customers via your online booking engine. There are two types of gift cards. There's a value gift card, so that's just a set dollar amount that they can then use, or euro amount, depending on your location, that they can just apply to any tour of their choice. There's also experience-specific gift cards as well, so someone can essentially pay for an experience ahead of time. I think the second type of gift card, the experience gift card, can be really useful if you're a seasonal business. So if you're heavily seasonal, for example, you only operate within European summertime, you could sell some experience gift cards, maybe throw in a discount during the winter period, and it can be a good way to actually improve your cash flow throughout the calendar year. So that's also another way that you can use gift cards. Now, to create gift cards, you need to go to experiences and then go to gift cards. Now on this page, you can create a one-off gift card. So you can just go here and click create a gift card, or you can choose to create an online gift card collection. So that's more of like a permanent gift card visible on your website. From here, you would just click create new collection. As you can see, you can choose either the experience gift card. So that is essentially paying for your experience in advance, but not taking up any availability, which you can then redeem at a later date, or a value gift card. So we'll go with the value gift card option. Just have to put a title. Then you would click add new option, whatever value you want. You can obviously change the currency from my list of selected currencies. You can add a discount as well if you want. So if you really want to kind of push these gift cards quite aggressively, it can be a good way just to add a 5%, 10% discount. You can add a title just for internal use. You can add an expiration date. We typically recommend at least 1 year in advance. I mean, if it doesn't have much of an expiration date on it, people won't be encouraged to buy it. So we'd say at least 12 months is a good time to go for. And then once you've created the gift card, you just click on sell online. And then the process to set up that gift card is the same as really any other widget. So it's treated like a widget. So you would just generate the code and then follow the instructions depending on your website builder. So that's gift cards, as I said, a really great way to improve your cash flow, to sell gift cards to friends and family. If you find that your sales are just a bit stagnant, it's just a way to try something a little bit different to see if it boosts your sales throughout the year. Next, we've got upsells. So upsells is a feature which enables you to increase your sales by offering customers additional options. So once someone has actually made a booking, once they've paid for that booking, at the end of that sort of display, they will see other products listed below as suggestions. And what we found is customers who use this feature do typically get more repeat sales and from different products as well. Once again, this is a very easy feature to set up in the system. So to set up upsells, go to settings, sales settings, and then booking channels. Then you need to select one of your booking channels. So this could be your website, this could be your Bókun website, this could be payment links, referral tracking links. I'll go with the website we've got here. I would click on the edit button, and then I would go down to where it says upsell, and then I would just make sure that I've enabled upselling. So just here, you enable it. You would then need to choose one of your product lists to apply to the upsell. So you don't have to include all your products. On this test account, we have all the products included, but the choice is really yours. And then let's say I am booking a tour. So, let's say I'm a customer and I want to book a museum tour. So I go through the typical process. I choose my dates and time. And you can see here that the first feature we spoke about, offers, does come up on the second and third page as well. So we really do try and push that offer. So if you're using both these features together, it's sort of, double the capabilities there. But if I click continue, pay on arrival, then you'll see that this booking is complete. So we've got the receipt of that, we've got the confirmation, and then at the end you can just see a list of other products that we have on this account just being advertised at the bottom. We've included literally all of our products. You don't have to include every single one of them. And then the customer can look at these and go, oh, okay, well, I also need a transportation tour as well to get to the museum. So they can click there, and then they can immediately book another tour. So you can see such an easy feature to turn on. There's no real reason not to have it turned on, and it could be a great way to just increase your sales over time. Finally, we have reports. So once you're using these free features and you're increasing your booking volume, you're going to want a way to track all of those sales. So in Bókun, we do have quite an extensive reports page. Our reports are visible by just going to the left-hand side navigation and clicking on reports. Now the reports is really just a massive area, and you could do a webinar just on the reports, to be honest with you. You can see some of the different sections within our reports category, including sales overview. You can track your income statement. Enhanced refund terms, another great feature. So if you're using enhanced refund terms, you can track that. Experience sales, referral tracking, payment list. You can see what marketplace products have been sold by you. If you're working with resellers, you can see what has been resold by others. You can track your promo code usage, and we also have a custom reports feature as well. If we focus on the income statement just for a little bit, so this will show your income statement throughout the calendar year, categorized in different ways, such as travel date, sale date, channel, the type of product. So if I just change this, and you can modify the time, so you can do last year, last month. So I'll just go to last year. You can also filter in other ways. So you can search for specific suppliers. You can search for specific resellers, specific OTAs that you're working with. You can look for promo codes that you've used. If you work with agents, so if you have the agent area app, that's another thing you can do. And you can also export all of this to a spreadsheet for any accounting purposes. But if we look at just the line items, you can see this is the total sales for all of 2024 on this test account. So I can see how much money we theoretically made off passengers, customs, extras. You can see the cost of sales as well. So this is really quite handy. You can see the gross sales by sales date throughout the months. So, you can see quickly just with a glance where those sales came from. Was it direct online, referral tracking, offline bookings? This is pretty much the same sort of thing, but this is by travel date, so a small distinction there. You can see the different sales segments. So you can see, okay, I'm doing 55% of my bookings from widgets, for example, 28% from referral tracking. So if you look at something like this, and for example, 80% of your sales come from just one channel, well, it's great that you're doing really good from that one channel, but it may be a sign you just need to diversify a little bit, look into some other resellers, look into direct online. So this can just really give you a really quick overview of where those sales are coming from. Once again, the same sort of thing, but it breaks it down more specifically into booking channels. So if you have multiple different OTAs, you'll be able to see them all named here. Line type item, you can see the types of sellers, the types of suppliers. Booking agents, this is really valuable if you have a high number of booking agents you're working with. You can see the specific products and how well they've sold. So you can really investigate and see and try and explain why a certain product is not selling as well. And maybe there's something like an issue with the availability you're putting out. Maybe it's not price competitive, but this report can at the very least give you that overview and make you realize, okay, a product isn't doing that well, or a product is doing very well right now. Same with extras, commission groups as well. You can even see customer nationality, so that can perhaps influence your marketing efforts moving forward. Product country as well. I mean, there's so much information here, and you can really go into quite a lot of detail. You can change the travel date, the sale date, the currency. There's even more filtering options as well. And you can also go by sales segments as well. So that's the reports. Like I said, there's so many different reports that you can go through, but many of them are more feature specific. So I think for everyone here, the income statement is at the very least a good place to start and a good place to analyze as well. So that's it from me. I will now pass it back to Vanessa.
Perfect. Thank you both for sharing your wisdom. I know that's quite a lot to uncover in such a short amount of time, so we will be sending a recording to everyone, so you will be able to go through and reference everything that we spoke about. But just to quickly recap what we covered today. So we covered how to consider using a pricing strategy for the year. So incorporating our pricing tools that both Debs and Zoran have gone through and how that can fit into your strategy. And using seasonality and flexibility in your calendar as well, considering the events that are happening around you. Deb spoke through the pricing toolbox and covering our pricing tools with the different use cases and best practices. And again, how can you include those in your experiences in your pricing strategy? And then Zoran just quickly dove into our complementary features that will boost your pricing strategy. We flew through those topics, so we do have time to open the floor up for questions. So you can use this time to use the questions box if you have anything you want to ask us. But I do have some questions that I have pulled out already. So Debs and Zoran, whoever feels comfortable taking this one, can I bundle my tours with other companies using offers?
Zoran, do you want to take or I take?
The answer is yes. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you know in more detail how that's done, Deborah, but I know that you can, yeah.
Yeah, okay. You can add it in the when you bundle, you can also add it as the product of someone else.
Perfect, thank you. And can you share more about enhanced refund terms?
Yes. Do you want? I can take it.
Yes. Do you want to share your screen for this one, maybe?
Yeah, let me
Perfect.
take it.
Lots of questions coming through. Thanks for everyone's questions. We'll do our best to get through them.
Meanwhile, I am checking for prepare that if you want to go through another question, Vanessa.
Perfect. What is the main difference between offers and upsell?
Yeah, I guess I'll answer that. So, I mean, offers is specifically bundling two products together, so two or more. So you're making a conscious decision that if someone books your museum product, it is bundled with a walking tour product, for example. Whereas upsell simply lists products at the end once the customer has already purchased that product. So you could say that offers is pre-purchase and upsells is post-purchase. But I think they work best if you use both, because maybe then someone goes for an offer and pays for two products, and then they see a third one that they like at the end, and then you've made three sales that could have just been one initially if you weren't using these two features. But yeah, good question.
Deborah, if you're still looking to set that up, I have someone is requesting if they could, Zoran, if you could re-show how to add the offers after checkout again. So I think just showing how the offers looks on the customer's end.
That's how it looks. Yeah, no problem.
Just, yeah, how to add other trip offers on checkout. Thank you.
Yeah, so let's say someone is buying my museum product. So they would go through the typical sales process. Continue. And then presuming they've paid, they will get the confirmation message, they'll get the booking reference. And then if they just scroll down to the bottom, it's this other things you might like. That is the upsell right here. So this is all the products that we've selected to include as an upsell. So then they can scroll down and see this and just click on anything they want, and it just opens up that widget in a separate page. So yeah, it's really simple, and it doesn't kind of shout in the customer's face either. It's quite subtle, but it's just a really good way to passively get some more bookings. So I hope that answers the questions.
Perfect, thank you.
I can come back to that question if you want of the answer.
Thank you, Debs.
Okay, can you see my screen again?
Yes.
Okay, so the refund terms, it's an extra peace of mind for the customer that you can offer at the end of during the checkout. Basically, there is the cancellation of policy. Usually, you can offer the cancellation policy to the customer, but in this case, you can answer the refund terms. Is a special peace of mind, extra peace of mind for the customer. So in this case, I will go through a booking. and you will see that there will be the option of choosing for the basic terms or the refund terms. In this case, the customer will pay an extra percent of the cost of the bookings. And in this case, for you as a supplier, you will get back 1%. So it's a way to get a sort of revenue. But in this case, what's happened that if there is any cancellation occur, for example, if the traveler want to cancel last minute, in this case, it's not on you as a supplier, but basically they will need to claim the refund through a third part company that it's called Announce Group, that they will take care of all the process. So for you as a supplier for the customer is an extra peace of mind, because they have an extra insurance for that. They will pay, the clients will pay for it an 8% extra, and you as a supplier, you will get 1% revenue. And in this case, you will not go through all the admin part or refund the customer if you want, and is included in the cancellation. But in this case, is the third part assurance that will take care of all of that. You will find all the details of these terms inside of settings, product extension, refund and cancellation, and in particular enhanced refund terms. And when you are going to apply, for example, to your product, if you are going to simulate a booking, you will see that during the checkout, the customer will have the possibility to choose exactly you have. The customer can upgrade to the refund terms that I was mentioning just before, and they will pay an extra 8%, or they can also opt for just a basic refund terms. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I know, sorry to just throw that on you. I had to get that all prepared. I do have another question for you, Debs. What is the difference between pricing modulator and scheduling?
Okay, let me share again the screen.
Thank you.
Okay. So coming back, the main difference that I would like to underline between price schedule and price modulators is that in the price schedule, you have to create the price schedule rule as we did before, and you add it to the experience himself. And then for each price schedule, for each rule that you define, you need to define the price. So if the normal one, the default price schedule is 200, after you need to add it to define also that one for summer, for winter, for weekend. And the difference between the modulator that they are quite similar is that this is the price that you have to define. The price modulator, on the other hand, you go and you increase basically or you decrease the price based on the price schedule or the default price that you have. So for example, you can see that here is adults is 200, okay? So, and for the default, but for the weekend is 300, and every time you needed to set it up. So if you go in the widget preview, you will see that in the weekends is increasing the 300, and you have to define. But do you remember the price modulator that we have, the 25 of December? In this case, we increase it of 2000, but in this case, it's not increasing this day 2000, but on top of the regular price, the basic price that it is 100, is going to increase 2000. So it's the modulator is adjusting the price based on the regular price that has been already set it up. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. I've just got maybe one or two more questions. Can we upsell from other companies? So you know how you can bundle products together. Can you do the same with upselling?
Yes, because when you are going to create the product list, you can include it also the products of other suppliers, because you create the list and you customize the product that you want to add it. And so then when you upsell, you're going to choose that list that will include it also the products of other suppliers.
Awesome, thank you. And finally, can I add different currencies to my pricing?
Sorry, can you repeat it, because the line.
Can I add different currencies to my pricing?
In the widget, you can add it, for example, one currency or multiple currency.
Okay, and is that just in, do you mind showing that?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
So you see my screen. So if we go in booking channels, in this case, you can allow any currency, or you can allow one part in particular.
Perfect, thank you. Sometimes it's just easier to see it
Yeah,
visually.
sure.
I think we've got one more question that I can see. Can I show how many seats have been booked or are remaining in the calendar widget?
In the calendar widget, they want to see, no,
Okay,
this is not possible.
thank you. So I think that's all the
Yeah,
questions
the thing is that for example, we can add it regarding that, is that in the widget you can for example, if there are the last seats available in just to add this information, Vanessa. Yeah, you
Mhm.
cannot display in the booking calendar. You cannot display the last seats that are available, or how many there are. But for example, if I don't remember wrong, in the widget calendar, you can, for example, show a warning when just a few seats are left. So there is a warning threshold, for example, the last two. Here in the booking channel settings, in the widget section, you can have more information regarding this. And this is the setup that you can that can be visible.
Okay, cool. So there is like a slight possibility to entice customers to book now if they see that.
Yeah, because yeah, exactly, there are just a few left.
Perfect. Thank you. So that's all the questions that I can see, but I think there might be a slight lag with the questions coming through. So what I'll do is, if your question hasn't been answered in the chat by ourselves or Gus, reach out on the invitation email that you received, and we'll do our best to reach out and find an answer. But we will give you back 10 minutes in your day. So thank you so much for joining our webinar today. We hope you learned something new. There is a lot to uncover. So again, we will send the recording to you. But thank you to Debs and Zoran and for everyone joining. If you have any questions, reach out to us on email and we'll do our best to respond. But thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you. Bye.